Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Anyone in chat? Hi everyone. Welcome. Is my mic working? Let me post a message on Discord first. We'll be painting carnations for making Mother's Day's card. I have done some research and I have pinned some photos from Pixel Bay to a Pinterest board. You can find the link in the description. Let me try to load up that browser page, because we will start from looking at photos, start from doing the research, and then we'll do some simple drawing to show you how to draw them, and then we'll do some watercolor painting based on the drawings. So first of all, let me get to the Pinterest page. Saved. This is the board. Okay, now I have to add a window. So this is the Pinterest board that I made. Here's the URL. Let me see if I can type it in chat. Okay, close. Hey. Oh. Here's the live channel. How do I... let me pop out the chat. Okay. There we go. Now I can have the chat window on one side. It would be nicer if you have the actual flowers so that you can really take a close look at the characteristics of the flowers before you start drawing. Hold on one second. Oh, why is it not showing? Okay. Is this what I'm supposed to look at? No, sorry guys. I need to open another browser window to pop this out. showing the right window. No. Should be this one. This one here. So here there are 15 flowers. They are all carnations, and these are royalty-free photos from Pixel Bay. I'm trying to choose those that you can like have a better look of how the structure of the carnation flower looks like. Okay, let me get back to this page. Actually, as you can see from this page, there are many different types and there are many different colors. I may need just to choose the red color and the pink color. I think these are the classic look, and that's also the flowers that I would like to paint. So there we go. Should restore chat here. I think this one might really clearly shows how the flowers look like. It's so hard to manage two browser windows at the same time. And I'm going to try to draw it, so I will have to make this window slower, make this window smaller, so that you can see my camera on the other side. Basically, the flowers has this sort of the fan shape, and then this lower part looks like a cone shape, and then the stems is really long. Also, there are some like sharp and small leaves, thin and long leaves coming out from the flowers. It's really hard. So let's look at another example. Maybe look at this one. This might be a better one. Let's go to the pixel page so you can have a better look of it. You can see that there are really thin and narrow leaves coming out like these. And within this fan shape, right, it can be just using some curves to represent the flower crown. It will be denser in the middle, and then the outside is more like larger one. And if you look closer, each single petal, they have some teeth-like structures. So it's something like this. And it's actually a combination of all these little fan shaped together. So these are some of the characteristics of carnation. Hey Madangi, welcome in. I'm trying to show how to draw the carnation from starting from looking at the references and trying to understand the structure of the flowers. The stem is really thin and long, and at certain part there will be some leaves coming out like this, also at the base of the flower. Also, you might want to add some little buds, so there will be variations. Hi Lear, how are you? Where are you from? Are you coming in from Twitch stream? This is just the first step. Basically, look at all these reference and then trying to understand how the flower looks like. This one is a closer up to show you how the flower might look like. So let's try to draw another one here. Like, as I said, each petal looks something like these. And then they will form together to form a fan shape. So overall, it's a fan shape. And after understanding the structure, I think you can easily draw the carnation flowers out. This one here is I think it's a different type or a different variation. Hey, you're from Twitch, welcome in. I am drawing with ink and fountain pen. For this particular flower type, you can see the outside part here is actually darker. And then there will be lighter colors inside. So that's one variation. Oops. So after understanding like the structure of the flowers, right, then you have to decide how do you want to combine them into like a drawing. There's one example here. I think this one would actually looks quite good on its own. You can just, if you just use this reference, right? A long cone shape here. This could be one card already, or if you want it to be more complicated, you might want to combine a few of these, like this one. Maybe I'll add another flower bud over here. At the planning stage, it's actually better to draw out a few thumbnails, simple drawings like these, and then you can decide like which one you would like to use. So for this one, say you can write your message over this side, like, okay, if the card has to be larger. Thank you, Mom. Then that would be one design, but you can also do a more complicated design. I actually quite like this one as well, the one on the glass. So here, oops. Like this one looks so cute to me as well, but that might be a little bit difficult with when you have to paint the glass. I will start with the glass. I like the shape. Also, it's a nice reflection. So here the flower, there's one flower over here. And then there's another one over here. Also, there are some leaves coming out. Oh, I think they put in some other leaves there. But remember the character of Carnation, you can put those back in. You also have to make the reflections of the glass. So that would be that could be one design as well. Now we can try to see, I'll show you how we could do it over here. How to paint it with watercolors. If you prefer to do a watercolor card instead of ink and watercolor. I think ink and watercolor would be easier for beginners. I might have to move the browser over. I'll move this to that side. And we'll go back to the reference with a simple carnation. Just to study how to paint the flower first. We'll use this one. Maybe click into Pixabay and have a larger photo. So we will do a pencil drawing first. So again, just have to keep in mind that the shape looks something like this. So, you can see it as an oval shape actually, or a fan shape. And then this part. I'll draw a small bud over this side. The watercolor version would be pretty easy as well. We have at most 3 layers. You might be able to do it with just, yeah, I think 3 layers is good enough. So first of all, let's try out this. Let's get some clean water. To mix the color. When you paint with watercolors, it has to be from light to dark. Hi, Cage Can. It has to be from light to dark. What? So I'm just mixing a pretty dilute wash. And using mainly the tip of the brush to just put a first wash in. But as you can see, I try to leave some white colors as I paint. You didn't expect to come here through autoplay? Autoplay from where? Now I'm mixing a slightly darker shade to just darken some areas. You can always adjust the form of the flowers as you paint. Oh really? That's interesting. You were watching some other videos and then YouTube brings you to my live stream. For the leaves, I'm using this sap green color. Maybe could mix in some yellow as well. Mix in a bit of yellow. It's actually lighter at the bottom and it gets darker near the flower, near the petals. So for the upper part, I am mixing in a little bit of the viridian green and some cobalt blue. Hello, Vicky. I made you a mod here. You have a tool icon next to you, next to your name. But I don't know what mod, like, commands you could use. I should have stream elements. I should have stream elements spot here, but I don't know if it actually works. Have to be careful when you're painting near the paddle because it's actually still wet. So if you touch on it, the red will mix with the green. If that's what you want, you can do it, or you can wait until the flower petals turn completely dry. It doesn't really matter that much. You can ban people, really. How long have you been streaming for? 10 minutes? Uptime might be a nightbot command, so it's not showing up. Here the colors are a little bit, just trying to get them to mix better, and I want to add a little bit more yellow to the bottom. Oh, 26 minutes? You are right, you are right. How come? I read it wrongly. Yes, you're right. I've been streaming since 9:30 and it's around 10 now, so about half an hour. Carnations are your favorite flowers. Oh, that's awesome. It's the flowers for Mother's Day. That's why I want to paint it, because coming Sunday is Mother's Day. I'm adding in some orange to the flower here. You always want to mix different colors in, so that it's not just one block of the same color. It will look a bit more interesting. Now for this little bud on the side, I want it to be a bit more yellow and green. And while it's wet, I can mix in some darker green. And remember, there's smaller leaves coming out at the bottom of the flower here. After you have an understanding of how the structure of the flower looks like, you can easily paint it out. It doesn't have to be super realistic, but once you get the character, it will be easy to paint. Your question is, how from Megan Fox Botox came to the stream? That's funny. I have no idea. But I'm glad you are here with us. So same thing with the stem. I'll paint with a light color first. I think I will paint this in as well. And then adding a little bit cobalt blue to make it a darker green. I want to add some darker colors not to the whole stem, but just certain part. There, finish the sleeves here. Maybe we'll add some even darker colors to the carnation, just for the shadow. So this is a violet color from M-Gram. Let me see how dry it is. It's almost dried up. You can not everywhere, just a little bit near the center. Or darker red as well, to let them mix. On this side, a little bit more orange. So here's a simple carnation flower painting. I think I want to add some leaves to this stem. Belated Mother's Day present. Oh, that would be nice. As I have shown earlier, before we do the watercolor version, I was trying to draw them with fountain pen, and because I think it's important to start from the research to look at these photos. If you have the actual flowers, it would be even better, but if you don't have the flowers, you can always go to those license-free sites to look for photos as a reference. You can, if it's license-free, you might be able to copy the whole composition. If it's not, then you can only use it as a reference. Then what you have to do is to try to understand the structure of the flowers, and then try to draw them, like draw a few thumbnail studies to decide which one you would like to work on. So that's another thumbnail that I draw. Hello Zens, welcome in. Shall we try ink and watercolor version? We can do a few different versions. So I'll try at the back here. And because I am going to paint with watercolor, I think I will use a dip pen. Where's the reference again? So here are a few references that we have looked at. Oh, this is the same as that one. You can go to this Pinterest board that I collect. There's a description in the there's a link in the description. So let me see. Maybe we can try this one. This one seems nice too. You see the leaves at the lower part is longer, but they are still very narrow and thin. click to the Pixel Bay page so that it would look larger. And for this particular flower, it still has this cone shape, but for the one on the right hand side, or the one at the upper, it actually looks more like a round shape. So the flowers looks a little bit like this. I'll just draw it. I'm using Higgins Indian ink. No inks coming out. Okay. Why is it no inks coming out? Try again. Is it because the nib is very, or the paper is too rough for this nib? I'll change to another one. I use this one. Sometimes the pens do that, yes. But actually, I don't mind this splashing of the ink. This one is better. Slightly better. So I have to draw these tooth-like lines for the petals. This part is the same. There's a small, there are a few smaller like leaves coming out from here. The stem gets thicker at the end. This pen is not as smooth. This one is really long. Okay, we'll draw another one. Keep in mind the shape of the flowers when you draw, and try to draw following the directions of the petals. And this structure here. I've changed the orientation of the flowers. As you can see here. I think that looks quite nice. Should we add another bud? Maybe around here. Let's look at the reference. This is a nice reference too. And here you can see like there are some that is just ready to bloom, and then there are some that is already in full bloom. So it's nice to have different variations, and it also shows you where the buds of the flower could come out from. So I decided to add one here. Add a small one over here too. Maybe we'll add another flower here that is not in full bloom yet. I just keep adjusting as I draw, but you can have a better planning and do some thumbnail studies. Again, these are in a fan shape, even though they are not in full bloom. Maybe another smaller bud over here. feel like I wanna draw more flowers. I'll draw another one. I think that's about it. Quite a lot already. Okay, now I have to let this dry. And then we'll do the painting. We'll add some colors to this one. Let me wash this pen. If you have use a water-resistant pen ink, actually when you are doing the coloring, it could be really free and easy. I have to make sure that it's completely dried first, though. Okay, I'll take a photo of it before I start painting. So I'm taking it away. Take a photo. You could easily add your message here, or you could add it digitally. Okay, we'll do a wet and a wet wash. Wet and a wet wash. I'll spray it with water. But you can see it's not dried yet, so some ink are not really dry yet. I'm painting in just randomly with the colors, and I just want them to mix on their own. Hybrid is best with a little bit like ink leaking out. Maybe we'll use maybe we'll use some pink colors for this one. So I'm using permanent rose. It's just the first wash, so just let it mix. We'll add a little bit of this cobalt blue to it. If you think some part it has too much color, you can use a tissue paper to pick it up. Just lightly pick up the excess water. Grating cheese yesterday, and you think you did something weird on your hand because you have so much pain when you are doing that. Gonna be no art for a couple of days. Oh no! But yeah, let yourself have a lot of rest. Make sure you are okay before you work too hard on it. But I love your new digital work. The one with the duck is so good. The reflections, as you can see, because there's water on the paper, but that's how it's looking right now. The watercolor that for this piece is really just to highlight it, give it some colors, so you can express it with whatever colors you feel like. I think I'll still add some red to it. Be careful when the paper is wet because it will spread out quite a lot. So you might push the colors underneath away. So make sure that you mix in when you paint over it. You use more concentrated wash. You can check our last live stream on how to do all those basic washes. Why don't you do face cam? Do I need to do face cam? That's the question. I will show you my bear here. Hi everyone. Oh, this is not bear. This is a bunny. Hi everyone. I think you need more space to show the art instead of showing my face. want this to be a bit drier before I put in some more colors. Maybe I could put in some greens. Sap green. A bit more yellow. Really? You tried? Oh, I have to watch your stream back. Watch the VOD. Are you gonna use the face cam from now on? Does it help with the interaction? Definitely need a darker shades of the... Maybe I could put this away now, or just show a little bit of it, so we can see the palettes here. Mix in a little bit red. It's still, the paper is still pretty wet. So the color is spreading out a little bit. Oh really? You deleted? Too bad. I missed it. How long did you stream? I want to stream in my comfort, so I prefer no face cam. And there's someone sharing the studio with me, and he doesn't want to be on the cam as well, so no face cam for me. That's a simple ink and wash. Is this too off the screen? You guys have to tell me. So is Vicky and Madanki and Cage Can the only one from Twitch, or I think most of you are from Twitch, right? You can see there's still water underneath. Let me wipe it up. Isn't it simple? Isn't it too simple? we actually did too. Oh, I forgot we have a flower at the back. Well, it doesn't really matter. That's the first flower. Actually, we could add the background. A lot of streamers say they would only rate a person with face cam. Really? That's the first time I heard about this. I would rate to someone who's doing art. That's the sometimes a few occasions I would rate to a music streamer because I enjoy their streams. But it doesn't really matter to me that much whether they have a face cam or not. That I should do to grow. Ah, I see. But I thought you are gonna be a YouTuber. I mean a VTuber, not YouTube. I didn't know about this. Now it's you can use your hand to actually you can see from the paper like how wet it is. It's still a little bit wet actually. It's still a little bit wet. But I will want to add some darker parts to it. It's usually nicer when you have a few layers of different shades. It will look more 3D and realistic than just have one flat color. And I'm quite happy with the background wash. It's a little bit random, just letting the colors flow, but it's this sort of watercolor effect that I like. You do feel like facecam streamers have more viewers than average. That's true. That could be a factor. But if you don't enjoy it, there's no point to force yourself streaming with a facecam. I want some darker greens for the stem. Not everywhere, just a certain part. See how wet it is, the paper. Zoibu, welcome in! I think most people who come to my YouTube streams are also on Twitch. How are you doing? Flats can work. Flats? What do you mean by flats? Depending on the picture? Just here to say a quick hi. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in to support. I appreciate that, yeah. This yellow might be a bit too cold. Let me see if I can get a warmer yellow. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. A very simple ink and watercolor wash of the Carnation Flowers. Let's do a watercolor painting. Where's... Let me get my cutter. Where did I put it? Oh, put it in the brush. I think I want to hang this here. Let me clean the board. So I'm using masking tapes to tape it down. Use my pencil. We'll be using this photo as a reference to draw the flowers. But this time just a rough drawing with the pencil, and then I'll show you how to paint it with watercolors. Now that we have, this is already the third painting that we are drawing for today. You should kind of know how to draw carnations already, because it has a pretty unique shapes. How long do you usually stream now, Vicky? I think stream time might be more important than the face cam, especially on Twitch. It seems like you need to stream longer on Twitch to be able to get seen, basically. One to 1.5 hours is really short, honestly. For I think most streams on Twitch are longer than that. When I first started, I was also just streaming for an hour or so, and then I start to stream around 3 hours. There'll be more things happening in the last hour than the first 2 hours. That doesn't bother you? That's great. But I'm just saying, because you were talking about the stream, whether you should use the face cam. And honestly, it has a bit to do with luck, I think, whether your stream get picked up by others. You were just there for fun. That's good, and to maintain a schedule. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm gonna spray it with clean water. A more golden background for this one. Using Kodoko. And I think I want to again add in a bit of the cobalt tail. Just gonna do a loose background. I did avoid a flower area for this one because I want the colors of the flowers to be more clean. And I'm gonna just remove the colors on this flower. Also remove the excess water. Just want a bit more colors. Now we have to let this dry a little bit more, because I don't want the colors to be mixing up too much like our earlier piece. I think we can now work on this first flower. Originally, I think I would just want to keep it like this, but now we got some colors over it, and I thought maybe we could also add some background to it. Using a brush to just paint around the background here. Yeah, going to do another wet into wet. YouTube doesn't let you play videos on the background. Oh no! You can't open two browsers? It forces it to watch the live. Not a good thing if you enjoy watching streams. Does it mean that you cannot watch two streams at the same time on YouTube? Just a loose background to have some indication of like there's something at the back. And these are all done in wet and into wet, like putting in wet wash onto the wet background, and just let the colors run on its own, mixing on its own. Ah, you're on mobile. For this flower, I think I want to just add a tiny bit of detail to it too. Like some lines to indicate a little bit of detail. Also, For the part around this petal, maybe just give it a more definitions, a clearer edge. And for this little bud here too. Yep. So it's done. That looks more like a complete piece, but I think it totally works if you just want to paint one flower. And this one is the ink and watercolor wash that we did. Oh, both streams doesn't want to load. Maybe it's overloading your connection. Now let's come back to this piece. It's really pretty much dry now. Using red color, maybe a bit of orange. Finally. Similar to the first flower, just try to leave some white space as I paint. Also try to imagine that I am painting the petals. So follow the shape of the flowers. Leave a bit of white between the petals. A tube-like petal shape. Five flowers. Now mixing a green for the buds, flower buds. A little bit wet. Oops. Dropping in some yellow to one side. add a little bit of blue to it to mix the green color. Drop in some darker colors. So I have to make sure that there's color variations. Near these notes, you always need a darker color to show the structure. It's a little bit darker because of the shadow. that's pretty much it. Now adding some more details. And I think I want a darker red layer for the flowers. Doesn't mean that to paint over the flowers again, but just to darken certain parts of the flowers, the shadow area, so it will look more three-dimensional, look more realistic. I think that's pretty much it. I'll add a little bit of red color to the stem as well. Another simple carnation painting is done. If we want, we can work further, like do another layer for the background, but I think that that's fine as well. So let me take the tapes off, or should we try to add some text, or we could add some ink drawings. There's so many possibilities of how to modify the painting. What do you guys think? We can just sign it and take the tapes off. I'll sign it here. I'll sign it here. I'll sign it here. Almost run it right 2020. Now is the tape peeling time. There we go, one carnation flower card, and that's the other one that we did earlier. with dip pen drawing and watercolor wash. You like how deep the red is? Thank you, thank you. It looks more like the reference photos. So that's the second one. That's actually the first one that we did, and then we went back in to add the background. I think actually it would look nice on just white background as well. Yep, so 3 simple, really simple carnation paintings. I hope you enjoy watching. If you decided to paint some, feel free to tag me on social medias and let me know how it looks. I would love to see your creations. I guess that's it for today's stream. YouTube streams will be usually shorter than my Twitch streams. And for YouTube streams, we will have a more focused theme to work on. So last week, we were trying to demonstrate some simple watercolor wash, and this week, because coming Sunday is Mother's Day, so I wanted to try to show you guys how to do some simple carnation flowers painting. Yes, Vicky, we will be ending the stream now. Next one, I will have to think about what to do, but if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know, send me a message, or just post it on the discussion, on the suggestion channel on our Discord. So today is Wednesday, right? I will be back on Twitch streaming on Saturday at 9 PM, and I will be continue to work on the doodle requests. So hope to see you guys there. No need to raid here. Wish everyone have a great day or a great evening. I will be ending the stream now. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that a lot. So see you over on Discord and on Twitch. Bye bye. Take care.